Get ready for the news that is shaking the entertainment world. Dua Lipa is suing Samsung Electronics for a massive $15 million over the unauthorized use of her image on TV packaging. This is a huge legal battle where Lipa claims she owns the copyright to the photo used on those boxes, and she is demanding a jury trial to fight this infringement.
Never get caught with a dead phone again. This INIU portable charger is compact, travel-friendly, and gives you fast 45-watt charging with a built-in USB-C cable, so there's no need to carry extra cords. With 10,000 mAh power, it's perfect for busy days, trips, emergencies, or anytime your battery drops too low. Grab yours on Amazon through the link in the comments before your phone hits 1%.
The details of this high-stakes conflict are staggering. We dive into how Dua Lipa discovered the unauthorized use of her image, specifically the photo taken backstage at the Austin City Limits Festival in 2024, and what she alleges Samsung did by using it on televisions for retail sale across the United States without any permission or payment. But Samsung has officially responded to the explosive lawsuit. We break down the official statement from the Korean giant, revealing their defense that they received explicit assurance from a content partner before using the image, and what this means for the claims of intentional misuse. We wrap up this story on the fallout from the Dua Lipa versus Samsung legal showdown. From the $15 million demand to Samsung's counterargument about content partnerships, stay with us right here for all the updates on this major intellectual property battle. Dua Lipa has filed a significant lawsuit against Samsung Electronics, seeking $15 million in damages over the unauthorized use of her image on television packaging across the United States. The complaint was formally lodged on Friday, May 8, in the U.S. District Court for the Central District of California. A key element of the lawsuit is the allegation that Samsung has been using Dua Lipa's photograph, titled Dua Lipa, backstage at Austin City Limits, 2024, on cardboard TV boxes sold nationwide without her permission or compensation. Lipa asserts that she holds the copyright to the image, which is officially registered with the U.S. Copyright Office under Registration No. VA 2479685. According to the filing, Lipa discovered the unauthorized use in June 2025 and promptly issued a cease and desist demand to Samsung. However, her legal team stated that Samsung repeatedly refused to comply, allegedly choosing instead to willfully and intentionally infringe upon her rights for financial gain by continuing to sell the infringing products. The complaint characterized Samsung's response as dismissive and callous. The lawsuit further argues that the use of Lipa's image on the boxes directly drove sales. The complaint claims that the packaging induced potential consumers to purchase the televisions simply because Dua Lipa was featured on them, citing anecdotal evidence from fans who reportedly bought products they were not initially planning to purchase. The legal claims encompass several areas, including copyright infringement, false endorsement, trademark infringement, and violations of the right of publicity under California law. Dua Lipa's legal counsel highlighted her carefully curated commercial partnerships, mentioning high-profile brand ambassador deals with companies such as Puma, YSL Beauty, BV Elgari, and Nespresso. Dua Lipa is seeking a jury trial, a permanent injunction against further use, actual damages of at least $15 million, punitive damages, and reimbursement for legal fees. The lawsuit names both Samsung Electronics America, Inc., and its South Korean parent company, Samsung Electronics Co. Limited, as defendants. Pop sensation Dua Lipa has launched a significant legal action against electronics giant Samsung, seeking $15 million in damages. The lawsuit, filed in the U.S. District Court for the Central District of California on Friday, alleges that Samsung used her image without permission on packaging for their Crystal 43-inch ultra-high-definition televisions. The image in question was taken backstage at the Austin City Limits Festival in Texas in 2024. According to Dua Lipa's attorney, Christine Lepera, Samsung prominently featured the copyrighted image on the front of retail boxes, asserting that this action conveyed a false endorsement, suggesting Lipa had approved the products when she had not. Lipa stated that Samsung used the image without authority or license, and that the substantial revenue generated from the sales was directly linked to this misleading message to consumers. The Sun newspaper reported that Samsung had reportedly disregarded multiple legal warnings issued by Dua Lipa's team regarding the use of the picture. Lipa is seeking a minimum of $15 million in compensation. Lipa also highlighted Lipa's selective approach to commercial partnerships, noting her history of working with high-profile brands such as Puma, Versace, Apple, and Chanel. The legal action comes amid reports that Dua Lipa is busy planning her wedding to actor Callum Turner, following his proposal last year. The singer has recently shared positive personal updates, expressing feelings of happiness and vulnerability in a recent interview with Harper's Bazaar magazine, emphasizing her openness to love. Samsung has issued a formal response to Dua Lipa's lawsuit, addressing allegations that the electronics giant used her image on TV boxes without proper authorization. In a statement released on Monday to channel YouTube, Samsung explained that the image was utilized in 2025 to reflect content provided by a third-party partner for its Samsung TV Plus streaming service. The company asserted that the image was used only after receiving explicit assurance from the content partner that all necessary permissions, including those for retail boxes, had been secured, thereby denying allegations of intentional misuse. Samsung also stated it holds great respect for Dua Lipa and the intellectual property of artists, emphasizing that it has actively sought a constructive resolution with Lipa's team. The legal dispute stems from a lawsuit filed on Friday in Los Angeles federal court, where Lipa's attorneys claimed a photo of her face was printed on cardboard boxes for Samsung TVs, violating both copyright and likeness rights. Lipa's legal team criticized Samsung's response as dismissive, arguing that infringing products remain on the market. They contended that Samsung's conduct, allegedly using Lipa's assets for zero compensation, disregards her work. Lipa's lawyers sought $15 million in damages, citing the alleged use of her image on a significant portion of televisions sold in the United States during 2025 and 2026. They further argued that the use constituted a mass marketing campaign without her knowledge, consent, or input, pointing out that the image in question was owned by Lipa, having been taken backstage at the Austin City Limits in 2024. While Samsung's statement offers an explanation regarding the content partner's assurance, it fails to address the protracted timeline of the issue. Lipa's legal counsel noted that she first became aware of the problem in June 2025 and demanded removal of her image, but faced no progress for nearly a year before resorting to litigation. Her lawyers concluded that Samsung's refusal to cease the infringement demonstrates a conscious disregard for Lipa's intellectual property and personal identity rights. Samsung has issued a strong denial regarding allegations that it used an image of pop star Dua Lipa on its television packaging without authorization. The controversy stems from a $15 million lawsuit filed last Friday by Lipa's legal team in the U.S. District Court for Central California, alleging copyright infringement, trademark infringement, and misappropriation of her likeness, claiming the image contributed to the sales of Samsung television sets across the United States. In response to the legal action, Samsung has released a statement refuting the claims. The company asserted that the image was used in 2025 to reflect content from third-party partners available on Samsung TVs and was originally provided by a content partner for its free streaming service, Samsung TV Plus. Samsung stated that the image was utilized only after receiving explicit assurance from the content partner that all necessary permissions, including for retail boxes, had been secured. The company denied any allegations of intentional misuse, emphasizing that it has great respect for Dua Lipa and the intellectual property of artists. Samsung concluded by stating it remains open to a constructive resolution with Lipa's team. The disputed image is a photograph of Lipa backstage at the Austin City Limits musical festival. Her legal representatives maintain that the image is the exclusive property of their client and that no permission was granted for Samsung to use it commercially. Dua Lipa is a Grammy-winning artist known for hits like Levitating and Don't Start Now, and she has expanded her career into acting, notably starring as Mermaid Barbie in Greta Gerwig's film Barbie. She was also recently cast in the A24 comedy Peaked, directed by Molly Gordon.